Why be a light in the world? I used to believe that I wanted to be more connected to spirit because I wanted to be more peaceful. I thought that when I was spiritually awake, I would be able to choose how I feel, or maybe not really feel any negative emotions at all. I see it so differently now. I see the spiritual awakening process as shedding layers of myself that are not spirit. I was born whole and complete and perfect, and I clouded that perfection with ego, with the ways that I protected myself against the world. Ego wants us to be separate. It wants us to believe that there are others out there in the world, that there is something that I have to be afraid of, some adjustment that I need to make to myself in order to be okay. And I can never really just be present. I thought that spirit and spiritual centered work would allow me to escape this. And in some ways that has happened. I do feel more aware of when I'm caught up in ego. I feel more aware of my thoughts when they get away from me. My mind is just a little bit more silent. I see my patterns, but it's not for me. It's because Spirit wants to serve life through me. Spirit wants me to be an instrument for the divine. And I don't believe that I can ever escape this. I believe that the divine has always moved me, even in my darkest times, even when I was the most unconscious, the most caught up in wanting and striving, the most caught up in ego. Spirit was still moving me, just as it moves all things, always. What spiritual work helps me to do is to go with that flow, to not resist, to trust the flow of spirit, to put my own personal preferences, opinions, and stories aside, and to know that spirit wants what's best for all, and I can rely on that. It will guide me in perfect timing. A spirit-centered life means that I put spirit at the center of my life. The invisible, the unknowable. And that's what faith is to me. Knowing that I don't need anything else, that I'll be provided for perfectly. And if I sense anything to the contrary, that's just me not knowing the full truth, not knowing how things are actually unfolding perfectly. I can just relax in that perfection. I can let spirit shine through me. I can be a light in the world because there's nothing else to be. The alternative is to be a light for myself, or maybe not to be a light at all. If I'm a light for myself, I bring myself wherever I go, so I'm still bringing my light. And why would I choose darkness? Doesn't really feel like I have a choice but to be a light in the world. The universe is a mirror, and I want to reflect to that mirror as much perfection, as much light as I can. That can be my ripple. That can be the energy that I send out into the field that unites us all. That's my biggest contribution. Simply being a light. It's occurred to me more than once that this might be what love is. Bringing light and unconditional positive regard for all. Getting myself out of the way. Not changing because I'm in a bad mood or because I have an opinion or a judgment about the person in front of me, but just endlessly being love. I used to think that this was an impossible task, but day by day it seems not only possible, but necessary. It seems like the purpose of my life now. And I want to take as many people with me as possible. I just want to love. I just want to share my heart and my light. And I want to inspire other people to do the same, because we are so much more than we ever thought possible. There's so much more than we're led to believe. And I want to shatter that paradigm that we're not good enough. We're more than good enough. We are divine. Like, subscribe, comment below. You're epically, amazingly awesome. I hope to see you on the next video.